Lots of sun and mild temperatures on this Saturday afternoon. Many areas getting back into the 70s today. Bit of a breeze coming in out of the north, but really not all that bad, all things considered. Last weekend of Motorcycle Week up in the Lakes region. Looks like we'll have great weather to close that out with temperatures in the low 70s in Laconia today. Whether you are going to the beach at the lake or over the ocean, weather looks pretty good. It's a northwesterly breeze, around 10 knots this afternoon. Waves, I should say, running around 2 feet. Ocean temperature still very chilly at 56, a little bit more tolerable to dip your toes into the lake later on today. And it's a high tide at the coastline just after 7:15 this evening. Hikers up in the White Mountains today look for summits to be sort of in and out of some fair weather clouds and cool up above 4,000 feet with temperatures in the 40s and low 50s, plus factor in a gusty wind. It could be a chilly day up in elevation. Certainly a chilly night tonight with temperatures back in the 40s for many, and up north in Coos County, there will be some readings in the 30s. There may be some towns along and north of Route 2 that could see some patchy frost by early tomorrow morning. But it's a quick warm-up on Father's Day with some sunshine. By mid-morning, temperatures are already back right around 60, and we are heading for the mid to upper 70s tomorrow afternoon. There will be some high, thin clouds drifting overhead, but no rain expected to fall out of those clouds. Then we have a round of impact weather for the middle of next week. This could be an intense heat wave here in New Hampshire because it's not just the high temperatures, but it's also the very high levels of humidity. When you factor in how muggy it will feel, those feels like temperatures will be above 100 degrees. This could mean health impacts for folks without air conditioning, and folks who have to be outdoors really need to stay hydrated. Here's how temperatures shape up next week. Monday, very manageable with readings in the 80s, but then several days of 90-degree weather or higher, likely some upper 90s Wednesday and Thursday. That's the actual air temperature, not factoring in the humidity. It does stay very comfortable through Monday. Tuesday turns noticeably more humid, and then just a downright miserable feel Wednesday and beyond. Not a lot of relief overnight either. Look at how the temperatures stay well into the 60s and even low 70s next week. So really need to find ways to stay cool in this kind of high heat. Hazy, hot and humid weather through midweek. There are some signs by next Friday there could be some thunderstorms that would finally break some of that high heat.